Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Blue Ridge Collectibles, and today I'm going to be breaking my very first Magic the Gathering product. And it's going to be one singular Solid 2 Double Masters VIP pack. Yeah, this is pretty much the last one in the area where I live at. And if you could guess where I bought it from, there's a little bit of a hint. But I want to take a little bit of time to kind of talk about how this product has been doing after, 2 weeks since release, or pretty close to it. 2 weeks, I think, this Friday. And, well, I can tell you this much. The actual booster boxes with the actual just regular packs in them are still out there. All right, full boxes. People are asking anywhere from $350 to $400. These babies right here are nowhere to be found. And this is after going to, I think, 6 Targets, 2 different local comic shops. The comic shops, believe it or not, had them. But here's the problem. These things right here were selling for under $100 at release. Now, you'd be having a heck of a time trying to find any at $100 or less, plus tax. I paid $124.99. Now, I did use my Target Circle app, a little pluggity plug in there. So I didn't save any money per se, but I got the points off of this one. But I wanted to break this for the real reason why, to kind of just explore the expected value that comes out of one singular pack. Because now these packs are going for anywhere from $105 to as high as $150 a pack. It really depends on where you buy it. Now, the local comic shop I go to, they have theirs at $140 plus tax. And I said, nope, I'm good. They're not in a hurry to sell through them, and I have a feeling that some of the more established comic shops are holding on to the product because they know that there is no second printing or reprint of this product. Okay, allegedly. We'll see what happens. But I did have the opportunity to break through 10 boxes. So I wanted to share some of the cards, more specifically the chase cards, which are these foily extended arts, alternate arts. Okay, a lot of the art that you see for each one of these cards, while they're Commander and Modern staples, have all been redone. Okay, and then some of your favorite artists from yesteryear, like Ron Spencer, have contributed handsomely. The Brainstorm is an awesome card, but it's not very expensive. It's like $15, if that. But they did redo all the swords. I mean, you guys have seen this and read about it. There's tons of videos out there. Even Alpha Investments have done a lot of these breaks. All right, so my one piddly little box really doesn't hold a huge candle to some of those. But here's what 10 boxes gets you. Okay, I actually bought and pre-ordered one master box with 4 packs in it. So we got Sword of War and Peace. And by the way, these are beautiful, but you're going to see through a few of the cards, there's condition issues. Okay, here's a Thoughtseize. That's a very important, very good card that continues to see lots of play. Blood Moon. Pretty neat alternate art. And then we, of course, we have the Tron lands. We got Urza's Mine, done by Mark Teeden, who's one of the older guys. Council's Judgment, which I think is probably one of the coolest artworks out there. Another Thoughtseize, so there's a duplication right there. Probably my favorite art out of all of them is the Toxic Deluge on there. Exploration, always pretty cool to see the first reprint of this card. Stoneforge Mystic, of course, just recently unbanned, 6 to 8 months ago, is a great card, although not as good in today's modern environment. All right, and we have a Goblin Guide, Batterskull, and this one I actually got 2 of, so we did get 2 of those, and it is a mythic, although it's one of the least expensive mythics out there for the product. We got a Sword of Body and Mind, a really cool one. Crop rotation, it seems like these come up one every 4 packs. They're pretty common, but the artwork's really neat. Again, Mark Poole did this one of the older guys. So here's a Sword of Light and Shadow. So on this one, this particular card has a number of issues. All right, it's way off center, left to right, which I've seen quite a few of these out there. And furthermore, probably half the cards that I pulled from all 10 of these packs has this unsightly kind of like print line right that you see going right across the top margin there. Do you see that? So for the collectors and not really the players of the game that actually like to go out and send these off to PSA to grade, keep in mind that a lot of them are going to have whatever that line is there. Probably has something to do with the collation of these things. And yeah, it seems like Wizards of the Coast, I can't really find a solution for that. We've seen a number of the collector's booster packs from like Core 21 and Theros Beyond Death and Ikoria with all sorts of weird kind of like printing lines. It's more so a byproduct of their collation. They have these. If you've ever seen, I guess Panini's operation where they have all the cards in their machinery and it grabs each card with this. It's either a rubber finger, and I think that kind of quality is transferred onto this foil. You can even see it through the penny sleeve on this Urza's power plant. But we also got an Atraxa. Yes, it does have that unsightly line at the top. You'd figure for over $100 a pack, they ought to get that fixed. That's a quality issue. Yeah, a lot of people do play with these. Okay, as kind of like a for what it's intended, but still quality. And because these are worth money on the secondary market, they absolutely need to get a handle on the quality through their collation system. So we got another Sword of Fire and Ice. I think the other one was a Light and Shadow. But anyways, this one also has that line. We did get a Jace out of there. That one also has the line. And then finally a Chrome Mox. I don't actually see a line on this one. This one actually escaped that issue. So somewhere along the line, although I do see a line going vertically right there next to the Mox. You guys see it? So they're battling all sorts of quality control when it comes to the collation process of these cards. So that's probably one of the big ouches. But the cards are gorgeous. They have also a slight of curl, and I'm in an environment where it's really hot. I'm in Northern California right now. Well, for a while, obviously, but the weather right now is 100 degrees on average for the last 60 days, and it's dry. There's no humidity. So we're going to go ahead and crack this open and see specifically what $125 gives back. Okay, now we're going to play by the averages. We only got one box here. So if I ended up with, say, a Lightning Greaves and a Crop Rotation, obviously I'm not going to get my money back. But if I ended up with a Force of Will, well, you know what? On that topic, Force of Will is the most expensive card in the whole shebang. All right, so prices have stabilized. Go ahead and check out this graphic right here that I put together. These are 3 recent sales from about the last 24 hours. Now, the top item right there is probably the most average, typical dollar figure of what a Force of Will full art foil sells for. About $450, $440. And then on the low side, someone really needed the money that bad and that quickly. That one sold for $399. And on the more extreme high end of the spectrum, someone actually sold 2 of them for nearly $1,000, which is almost $500 a piece. So even right now, they're all still all over the place, and people want them Force of Wills for a number of reasons. They're going to look great in their Commander deck, their Modern deck, or wherever they use them, or they collect them. They hoard the bejesus out of them, send them off to PSA, get them back. If they come back a PSA 10, sell it for $1,000, $1,500, and that price is only going to go up because this is a limited run. So you guys have heard, right? If you save your UPC codes, you could send these back to WotC, and they'll give you a free pack of regular Double Masters boosters. Okay, and that's their way, kind of like their apology to the people, like, hey, you know what, we didn't have enough of the promo cards, kind of like the buy boxes, that when you buy these, you do get one. They didn't have enough to disperse. So that was kind of like a big pain point to a lot of collectors and players. And that was their way of kind of righting the ship, sort of. So if you send this off to WotC's return department, they will get you a pack. So save every single one you get, send them off. Don't throw away the boxes. And yeah, you're going to get some free packs on them. So anyways, let's go ahead and check this one out. It's maybe we got one pack magic, right? I've actually had some pretty good luck with that. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the cards inside as we go, because there's a lot of value in not only the commons, because they're all foil, but also those lands, the Zendikar lands, and also the the unhinged lands. So we have a relic runner. I'm just going to kind of breeze through these pretty quickly. I mean, the quality is second to none. These look good. If there's any card that's worth talking about, say a lot of the commons are going to be like 50 cents to $1 on average, probably more closer to $1 than anything else. Flare Husk, Silumgar Scavenger. You guys have seen a lot of these. So we got a Tron land. Urza's Mind. This is probably like a $4 card. All right, so we have like $10 of cards already. We haven't even made it to the uncommons and rares. So that's not bad. Sylvan Might, Cathodian, Sphinx Summoner, Ravenous Intruder. So it looks like we have our uncommons. Yeah, the Sphinx was uncommon, so this is our second one. Throne of Geth. And you don't see those print lines on these cards. Usually, when we were talking about the collector boosters, and I know a lot of people were, okay, the very first card in a pack had those unsightly rub marks. So we got Aureok, Salvagers, and another uncommon, Dread Return, and Unlicensed Disintegration. Vulcan Baga did the Clone Shell. That's pretty cool. That's one of my favorites. And Rush of Knowledge. Okay, so here's our first rare by Chippy, the artist. And it's going to be a Spellskite. Okay, that's a cool little reprint there. All right. And then the next rare is going to be Ravenous Trap. Okay, so figure each of these cards are going to be about $1. We got two extremely poor rares in this pack, which it happens. It really does. It happens. So $1 or $2 for some of those. Some of them are like 50 cents. So the value is just not there, but we've opened up about 25, 30 bucks in cards up to this point. So the very first card here is going to be a rare by Scott Murphy, and this one is Expedition Map. There you go. It's a good looking card. I haven't pulled an Expedition Map in case you missed out on what I've pulled so far, but that's a good looking card. All right, and the next one is going to be a Mythic by Jason Chan. I wonder who this is. It's a Planeswalker, and I showed you one a second ago, and it's going to be Jace. Boom, we got a second Jace. Not bad, considering that this card pays for the entire pack. That's a $110 card, and then by the time you factor in everything else, it's all gravy. So very nice. This is a great card. One in which it's probably gonna, stay steady value-wise, but this one does have that printer line across the top. And slightly, there's even one right here. So it's not a perfect card by no means, but still, if you're a player, you want this card, you want the full art Double Masters VIP version of it, then, people will pay the $110 for this card. And that's the market value as of today. TCG player is kind of in that range. All right, so we ended up with the Expedition Map and the Jace, the Mind Sculptor. Pretty cool. All right, so these lands right here, the John Avon ones, are the unhinged, okay? And then all the other ones that are different artists are going to be the Zendikar lands. So every other one that's a John Avon is unhinged. And these, I had a whole bunch of these. Actually, I sold all of them from the 10 packs I had, which ironically, there's 10 of these lands in each one. Sold them for $1 a piece. So I sold all 100 of them for $100. So you can't beat that. And the money goes back into actually recouping some money from the purchase of the packs. All right, because I did miss out value-wise on a few of those packs. I think I ended up with about $60, $70 in EV. Okay, but again, there you go. And then the foils, I sold all my foils at $5 a pop. That's not bad. So we got two more here. We got a John Avon Swamp and a Noah Bradley Island, which is really cool. These are probably two of my favorite lands in the whole thing. And then we got a couple tokens. There you go. All right, so we did pretty well. We probably ended up with about, I don't know, what do you guys think? $150 in value off of this one pack. So I made out okay. Okay, if I decide to sell every single thing in this pack, I'll probably end up breaking even or probably be somewhere just above that by the time we factor in fees like eBay fees and PayPal and all that great stuff that you guys love hearing about. But all in all, I would say $125 for a pack of this is kind of like end of the world. If they're more expensive than that, surely you stay away from it. You just buy the singles on the secondary market and then you'll do okay. Okay, again, I showed you some prices on Force of Wills, but if you looked at actual 4-pack boxes of these things, they're selling for about $450 to $500. Pretty crazy stuff. Anyways, that's going to do it on this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for instant notification. Be sure you check out my other channel, Blue Ridge Silverhound. If you haven't checked it out already, that's my coin and currency channel. That one is super strong, and we're trying to boost this one up. So with your endorsement and your help, goes a long way. I appreciate your guys' time. I'll see you on the next video. Okay, you guys keep collecting, keep gaming, and have fun. See ya.